Hi everyone, my name is Lauren. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new, and welcome to another weekly reading vlog. This week, what are we reading? What are we actually reading? We are reading Hockey Romance. I have been neglecting a couple of hockey romances that have been up in the pipelines at the moment. The current plan is to read Consider Me and Play With Me by Becca Mack, two of the most talked about hockey romances at this moment. There is one lesser known one that I want to get to. It is a Why Choose. It is called Hat Trick Heart. I saw it back on TikTok like months ago when it came out and I never got around to it, but I'm thoroughly excited for that. It is a diverse cast. I will obviously get to tell you guys what's going on as I get to it. And then I think I'm gonna read Mile High. I'm undecided, but I think I might. We will see how we go. I am gonna start with Consider Me first because I'm so excited for that. I'm gonna read them on my lovely Kindle just because convenient. But yeah, that is the plan. I am gonna get straight into Consider Me because I'm very excited. So stick around and let's see how we go with Consider Me. Okay, so I'm just in like first chapter of Consider Me. This is a really friggin' long book. 450 pages. Why is it 450 pages? Why does any book need to be that long? But he's a playboy. He likes to hook up with women, and he's hooking up with some girl that's on the cover of Maxim. Oh my god, and she's so needy. It's so freaking funny. So funny. Okay, so I'm 29% to Consider Me. So chapter 17, we just had our first spicy scene. It was very good. My issue with this book is it is way too long. This is way too long of a book. There is a lot of repetitiveness about the same points. The fact that he's a playboy, the fact that she's a small human, all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm hearing the same shit rehashed 10 times over. I don't need to hear about the fact that she's small. I don't need to hear about the fact that he's a playboy. We know he's a playboy. Like, we know that. We know that she's small. But it's extremely frustrating. I really wanted to like this book, but I'm not loving it. Like, he calls her Pipsqueak. That's not funny. That's not endearing. I don't know. I'm a bit unsure at this stage, but yeah, we'll see how we go. But I think this is going to be way too long. It's not really keeping my attention, which is frustrating. So I'm going to go back to reading it and see how we go. Maybe I'll go sit outside. I think I might do that. Sit outside, get some vitamin D. I'm taking a break from Consider Me for now. I'm 45% of the way through this. The spice is immaculate spice. The romance is 10 out of 10. However, the repetitiveness of the facts about these characters is getting on my nerves. This is definitely going to be between a 3 and a 4 stars. It's a very slow moving plot. There is very funny, very good side characters, which is great. They are still not together as a couple, and we're 45% of the way through. I can highly predict that there's going to be a third act breakup, which is annoying. I don't love third act breakups, but let's see how we go. I have faith that I will still enjoy this. I know some people have said Play With Me is better. So let's see how we go. I like this. There's also like a vision impaired representation because Hank is like Carter's, I guess, like father figure, and he's also losing his vision or completely lost his vision. But they've used the word vision impaired. So I like the fact that Olivia is also like a normal girl in terms of like she has a normal job. She's a school teacher. It's not like she has some elaborate high profile job. I like reading about people that are normal, down to earth people, not constantly reading about sports stars and celebrities and like, do you know what I mean? Like, I just want to read about a normal school teacher. All right, I'm 60% into Consider Me. I'm still incredibly frustrated. They're still talking about how small she is, and they're still talking about the fact that he's a playboy, and they still can't get over the fact that he was a playboy, and it's still an issue, and it's still just causing so much turmoil in their relationship and blah, blah, blah. If there is a third act breakup, then this book is completely and utterly pointless, because there's still 40% left of the book and they still aren't in a solid relationship. So, or any sense of some sort of solid relationship where they can communicate and get along, and like, it doesn't make sense to me. I really enjoy their relationship when they are good, and I really enjoy their relationships with the people around them and all the side characters. I adore them. But I think this is a debut novel, so again, I have to give her credit for trying. The writing isn't super cringy, so it's good. Also, something that's kind of a bit strange and a bit, I don't know, they're bonding and they're like, we're soulmates because they're both like Oreos. If that's what you're bonding over and that's why you're soulmates, then you need to like forge some deeper connection. It is very strange. I'm going to go to bed now and finish this tomorrow. Okay guys, I'm starting to get extremely frustrated with Consider Me. What was the issue today? So he's building up like a spank bank of like photos and videos of her, obviously like naked and in a sexual manner. This, I believe, is gonna form the whole point of the third act breakup, because clearly these photos are gonna get out. Now, whether or not people send nudes to their significant others is neither here nor there. However, I think it is incredibly ignorant of an author to put that in a textbook, into a novel. We do not need to be encouraging youths to send each other nudes. We know what happens when people send nudes, especially famous people. And let's not forget that Carter Beckett is one of the most talked about playboys in the NHL. So it does not fit. This is not a good thing to do. I'm getting incredibly uncomfortable about it. Again, we are still talking about how small she is and how big he is every 5 pages. Incredibly frustrating. I think also this book misses the mark because this should be set in college, not adult. This is not an adult book. They give off new adult vibes. These characters should not be older than 21 years old. These people are like in their mid to late 20s. Like, no. The fact that they're like, oh, we're soulmates because we both like Oreos, that is what 19-year-olds in love say, not 27-year-olds. Oh, I'm annoyed. I'm 70% of the way through this. I'm so close to DNFing, but I'm just gonna finish it because I'm like, I need to see how it finishes. I'm doing this for you guys so I can tell you whether it's worth it or whether it's not. So yeah, let's keep going. I'm gonna take a break from reading for now, so I am going to talk to you guys later on. Okay guys, happy Sunday. It is tennis final day, so we'll be going to watch the tennis very shortly. I'm just drinking some coconut water. The weather's kind of overcast, which is not ideal. As long as it doesn't rain, then yeah. I am like 43% into Play With Me, and I am thoroughly enjoying this book. It is so much better than Consider Me. I honestly think you can skip Consider Me and go straight into Play With Me. You don't need, there's like this starts literally at the epilogue of Consider Me. And Consider Me takes over like 11 months. So it really just, it's not necessary. This is brother's best friend. So Garrett is Carter's best friend on the team, and Jenny is Carter's little sister. And she is a dancer, and she's got like trauma from a past relationship. And he's got trauma, like familial trauma, like his dad left him and like had nothing to do with his dad when he was younger, and now his dad's back in his life. So yeah, their banter is 10 out of 10. The spice in this is like, holy moly, it is so good. but I thoroughly recommend this book. Like, give it a shot. I think you can skip Consider Me and just go straight to this. It is not cringy like how Consider Me was. We aren't focusing on the fact that she's small or whatever. I don't think Jenny is very small. I think she's just normal size, but like massive improvement, less cringy. Is a little bit like, you know, typical cringy lines. Like some of their banter is very cringy, but like it is so funny and so endearing to watch. But I love this. This could easily be a 5-star for me. I think there's gonna be some pain that I'm gonna have to work through, and then some pain that they're gonna work through on Paige, and I'm so excited. So I'm gonna keep reading before we go out. I am gonna eat my lunch and get on with my day. I'll probably update you guys tomorrow because I'll be heading out very shortly. It's been a few days and I'm finally getting to wrapping up Play With Me. I ended up rating it 5 stars, and I debated giving it 4 stars, but that felt disingenuous to how I really felt about the book. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved the story. I loved the complexities of the characters. I loved their healing. I loved their journey together. There was no like major third act conflict. There was kind of like a moment where they like went on a break and they were like fighting. They resolved their issues very quickly and got back together very quickly, which I love. I love that. I don't like third act breakups. It just sometimes becomes stupid. There was no unnecessary like, yeah. And I think at the end of the day, the conflict that came was due to the issues and the trauma that they face and the struggles that they're trying to navigate as a couple. So I adored it. Carter, however, did really frustrate me in this book. The fact that, like, obviously Carter being Jenny's brother, there obviously had to be that when the brother finds out that they're dating scene. And he just was completely childish. He was 29 years old. He's 29 years old. And he was so childish and disgusting. That was sort of part of the reason that I wanted to put it down to a 4, because he really annoyed me. Like, I was really annoyed with the way he behaved, and like, obviously that's the point. But I think the thing that brought it back up to a 5 for me was the fact that Garrett put him in his place, told him off, and Garrett really like learned from his mistakes and like took in what he said and understood why they were together and understood their feelings, and it was beautiful. They were amazing and I loved it. All the side characters are hilarious. All the different characters are so funny. It is definitely worth the read. Did I feel like it was too long? I feel like not with this one, because there was so much explored and so much discussed and so much healing done that it made up for it. And there was also like a lot of spice. So I loved it. I really didn't read as many hockey romances as I intended to this week, but it is what it is. They were really, really long books and I enjoyed them. I loved them. I cannot complain. So yeah, I hope you guys like this week's weekly reading vlog. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next weekly reading vlog. Bye guys.